I was so done being sick.
All through my life, I felt like some part of me was missing. And I would even say that like I was living someone else's life.
I had pre-cancer on my cervix. I had had a LEAP procedure, and I've always had this tension on my left side. This is where I had most of my tumor.
My body kept trying to tell me things were wrong. I couldn't move. I had so much pain, and migraines that just kept coming and coming and coming.
Just constantly scanning. I wasn't able to have fun because I was constantly looking for threats.
It was one of those last resorts. Like, I knew my medication was making me sick, and I knew that I needed to come off and that I had to find a better way.
My nervous system was highly dysregulated.
It was like nothing was working.
The universe has a really interesting way of knocking on your door. And if you don't listen, it's going to find a window, it's going to find a crack, and things will crumble. I knew I had some trauma. I knew I had early and developmental trauma.
I had been prescribed benzodiazepine and was taken off of it and started to have some horrific PTSD-like symptoms, panic attacks, agoraphobia. I couldn't even leave my house and walk more than like a block away. I had been sick for I had been intensely sick for about 5 years, but a whole decade, if I really think about it, of PTSD. The whole decade was gone.
I was so angry, but I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know how to stand up for myself. I kept saying something's not right. Nobody could identify it. The stress just accumulated. That little tumor that had been plaguing me for years had finally popped and spread through my abdomen.
So when the cancer diagnosis finally came, I really strongly felt how my body, or something, I would even say like soul inside of me said, do you hear me now? Are you going to listen to me now and do something about your life? Are you going to change it?
My boundaries were violated and my sense of control was taken away from me. When you have been through trauma, there is always that fear that it's going to happen to you again. That I dissociated because it was safer than feeling what was happening.
But the biggest loss of my life is the loss of parenting my children, my babies with a regulated nervous system. That is the greatest loss of my life.
I understood I needed something of the nervous system, so I Googled and I found some different resources and I found you. And I was just like, yes, okay, this is the work I need to do.
I had done all kinds of stuff, lots of different body work, cranial sacral, acupuncture, rapid eye movement therapy, hypnosis. Something along the lines of learning about the vagus nerve brought me to you. And then I started watching you and kind of digging in and doing some research and thought this is a pretty phenomenal program.
We searched for all kinds of different doctors over here, therapists, healing modalities. I knew that I have to do this work.
When I was watching the videos, a lot of people were saying like, oh, doing this, like I've ended up getting a new job and I've got a new relationship in my life. And when I started doing the program, I was like, how is me doing these exercises going to help do that? And I was like,
all of the material is designed to come into your body. And that can seem basic. You may know it, but it's a whole different thing to feel it. There's a reason alumni come back year after year after year after year. There is nothing at this point in history more important than this work. This is the foundational work.
I was on my couch in my pajamas trying to figure out what the hell I could do to help myself. And I was desperate. If you're struggling mentally, physically, you want your relationships to be better, you want your relationship with yourself to be better, this would be amazing.
Now I actually believe I'm in a place of post-traumatic growth. I've always heard people talk about that, and I'm living it. So I would say do it. What you bring to the table There's nothing else out there like that.
Whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, divine flow, was like, this is important right now.
Yeah.
And having the guided exercises, having the group, having the calls, the level of support that is there throughout the program was really great for keeping that present and engaged and hearing other people's experiences and questions.
It's helped ground me, it helps me regulate, and it helps me take in what's going on around me. And that's the foundation then, which has then helped me engage in my life. So actually, I have actually just got a new job.
It's important to remember that as a parent, that as they start bringing it on, it's because they now can, because they are feeling your increased capacity to hold space for their authentic feelings. It is the greatest gift you'll give your child, no matter when you start.
If you go see a counselor, a body therapist, it's $200 off the pop.
I've tried to share it with a lot of people, and sometimes but that's expensive, or this, or I don't know enough about it. And I said I would have like mortgaged my house for how much it helped. It was worth that to me.
It's interesting. I would say that even in one of the aspects for me in regulating my nervous system is very much about my relationship with money, and has very much shifted my relationship with money.
It's an investment, but it's an investment for me. And I think that I had that mindset that this is something that I'm doing for myself now. And all the money I was going to like dietitians, naturopaths, like my cupboards up there is just full of all of these different supplements, which none of them were ever working. I'm finally feeling like I'm able to live now, and that my body is coming back on board. And that's what SBSM has contributed to my life, which is huge. And I don't think you can put a price on that.
This isn't for the faint of heart. It isn't easy, and it's not a miracle cure in the sense that it doesn't happen when you take a drop or you take a pill. This is a shift for your whole life's journey and what can open up because you've created space. Whether you're a professional, counselor, therapist, social worker, this could help your clients. If any of the people that I had seen in that category had have had this information, I could have got to you sooner.
I was just trying to read all of these self-help books and that, and you brought everything in together that I really needed, and I didn't have to search anymore and try things that weren't going to work. And I'm really looking forward to my future now.
It's been life-changing. If you're thinking about it, if you feel drawn to it, if it's something that has been on your mind, even if you feel like it's something that wouldn't work for you, there's a reason that you're drawn to it.
If you're thinking about doing SmartBody SmartMind, start now. I just don't think there's anything you could offer, not only yourself, but this entire planet at this point in history. Every drop of regulation that we can offer into the mix right now is a vital ingredient.
If I commit to this and I make this my lifestyle, I know that, this is something I have been missing all my life.